Hello, friends. A very good afternoon to all of you. For those who are watching this in the morning, good morning. And for those who are watching it in the evening, a very good evening to all of you. My name is Bruhad Butch, and I will be your facilitator for the Design Thinking Workshop. This is being done in association with Bringle Academy. And, like Ansha always says, happy Bringling. And, this has been a very interesting association with Bringle Academy because we came up with an idea of creating a course for you, which gives you not only a deep insight on design thinking, but it also gives you a practical approach as to how you can implement design thinking in your personal as well as a professional lives. I'm sure all of you know that Bringle had started a 21 days business sustainability challenge, and now it has converted to the 21 weeks business sustainability challenge. And in these 21 weeks, what Bringle is doing something very fantastic, wherein they are going to be launching courses, they're launching digital books, they're going to launch live masterclass and live problem solutioning classes for people who would like to enroll for these courses. One of the key aspects in today's world is design thinking, and it has suddenly become the buzzword. Whereas all of us who call ourselves the design thinking practitioners or designers have been doing this for the last 10 years, and we know how beautiful this methodology is because today I will be narrating a story to you which will help you to understand how design thinking can also be used in your personal life. Uh, Anybody who wants to enroll in this course, the link is in the description box, and of course you can visit that page, look at the course curriculum, and enroll for this course to go through a 21 weeks of amazing journey. Every week we will unveil one chapter, and that chapter comes to you as a live masterclass. Along with that, we have also created a digital book. So all those who are wondering what will get covered in the live masterclass, you can always go through that digital book, and that digital book will help you to understand some of the elements of design thinking and how you can implement that in your lives. So let me start with a quick story of how I have implemented design thinking in my life per se. All right. Now, when you look at me right now, I'm sure I don't look very fit, but I let me tell you that around 2 years back, I was triple my size, so literally three times my size. So my face, if it is like this right now, it was around this much, all right. And because of this particular piece, I had this urge of losing weight, and I said that let me try all the things that is possible. So I tried going for Zumba, I tried doing this dieting, this exercising, and all those things. But none of that worked because what I felt was these are solutions which some other person is giving. Sometimes it is not persist. Sometimes I am not persisting with it. Sometimes I'm not able to go through with it, and there are multiple things that are happening with me. So what do I really do? And that is the time I realized, why not try and apply design thinking to this and see whether I am able to lose some weight or not. And trust me, in the next 2 years I lost around 40 kgs, and that too by doing something which is not rigorous exercise, not rigorous yoga, no rigorous diet, nothing at all. So how did I manage to do this? I managed to do this by simply applying design thinking and by first understanding my own need. When I conducted an empathy interview with myself, all right, so we call it the empathy interview. When I conducted the empathy interview with myself, what I realized was that it was not about weight loss as much as it was about generating more energy within the body while I am conducting training sessions. Now, what used to happen, 2, 3 years back, is while conducting the session, I used to feel very drowsy and I used to feel very sleepy and very lazy. So what used to happen is that used to, translate to the participants. And the participants used to feel a little drab. And I used to gauge that because, we've been doing training for a long period of time. Now, somehow I used to take breaks and, finish that training session off in order to keep, the audience happy at that point in time. But after the session, I was absolutely exhausted. I was completely exhausted. And many of my friends told me, that it is because of your weight that is a problem. You need to reduce weight and this and that and all. I still went ahead by saying that, all right, let me just, understand and rephrase this problem statement. And what I realized is, instead of how might I lose weight, let me think of how might I generate more energy in the body in order to stay awake during the programs. And I started working on that. All right. So I, did certain small exercises, which you can do even sitting at your place. Reading, looking outside the window, curbing the phone use a little bit. There are multiple things that happen, but those are ideas. But what happened is my entire focus from gaining more energy. Now, this is where the entire scenario changed. This is where what I realized was I was actually focusing on the wrong problem statement. I should have actually gone by the energy piece long back, because what happened in 2 years was absolute magic. In the next two is that means these 2 years, I have been able to garner so much energy that I'm not falling asleep. During even the break times, I'm able to sustain myself during the day. Even after the program, I'm not really feeling that heavy in the head. And when I went and did my weighing piece, I was like, wow, 40 kgs less. It's nothing less than a miracle. But then when I actually thought about this, as to what have I done in the last 2 years, what has been that has made me sustain this change, sustain this habit, sustain this kind of a mindset, change the way I think about my own life. This is where my friend's design thinking helped me to reiterate the problem statement and look at the problem statement in a completely different way. As soon as the problem statement changed, the solution started changing automatically, because the ideas typically come for you from the problem statement that comes by. And typically the problem statement is done on either a process or a system or a service or something that is regularly used. All right. So what happens over here is we completely forget that there is someone who is very, very important in this entire aspect, and that is the user himself or user herself. Who is the user? And unless you understand what the user needs, irrespective of whatever you do, it's not going to help you. So whether you are a student, whether you are a professional, whether you have just started your jobs, whether you are midway through your job, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are a coach, a counselor, anybody, whoever you are, whether you're a housewife or even you are a teacher in the school, you will be able to apply design thinking in your lives. Now, when I'm saying apply design thinking in your lives, these 21 weeks will give you exactly step-by-step methods in order to make those changes in your life that you have been thinking for a long period of time. What we will do in these 21 weeks is I will be giving you access to globally accessed tools. I'll be giving you content which is globally accredited, and I will also be helping you with solutions to your own problems absolutely live in the masterclass. So, you tell me a problem and we will solve that in the masterclass. Imagine how exciting that is. Have you ever faced something like this wherein, you are doing a live session and your problems are getting solved? If not, think again. This is the module that will help you to change the way you think. Let's say you've been thinking of starting your own journey in the entrepreneurship space. Design thinking can help you. Let's say you want to start writing your own book. Design thinking can help you. Let's say you want to become more stress-free in your life. Design thinking can help you. You just name the problem statement and design thinking will be able to help you. Along with being a globally certified design thinking practitioner, I am also an ICF accredited transformational coach. So what we will be doing is we will also be bringing a lot of coaching aspects inside this. So when you subscribe for this course, not only are you subscribing for the design thinking course, but you're also getting feelers of what transformative coaching looks like. And that will help you to unburden a lot of things that are there in your mind. So let me give you a quick example or an idea of how traditional thinking is different from design thinking. And let's take the same example of weight loss, all right? Let's say when you go to somebody and say, yeah, I really want to lose weight today. And when I want to lose weight, what is it that I want to do? So the first thing is you generally go by what is the right answer, saying that, all right, so you can do yoga, you can do meditation, you can do dieting, you can do this, you can have systematic meals, all of that. All right, who has it helped so far? So you give them examples of, see, there are so many people who have benefited out of this particular piece. So, it's a repeatable, proven process. You must go for it. So what you're typically doing is you're designing for the particular problem statement that is coming to you. So you keep thinking, all right, if I do this, this will happen. If I do that, that will happen. If I don't do this, this will not happen. If I don't do that, that will not happen. All right. And that is the time you keep telling more to yourself, saying that, oh, I should be doing this. I should not be doing. I should be. I should not be. And you're always in that dilemma whether you should go ahead or whether you should not go ahead with this. What happens because of this dilemma is you get stuck inside. Somewhere you're not able to take a decision as to what should I really do with my life. Should I go ahead and do these yoga meditation pieces, or is it something that I should do which will just change my lifestyle, change my mindset per se? What is it that I should do? Let me look at some of the data. What has happened with the others? So I will collate all that data. I will look at all the events and I will talk about facts. What is the fact? This is the fact. That is the fact. I'll go by logic. I will go by critical thinking. I will go by a step-by-step process which helps me to solve my problem. But when you do all of this, what is really happening at the end of the day? Are you able to bring about a transformational change? Maybe, maybe no. Because what is happening is you are going by logic, you are going by step, but you are not doing something which is, revolutionary, because you are following a siloed process, which is a one-way kind of a process, which you are doing on your own with somebody's help. This is where this makes it completely evolutionary and bold. This is the traditional thinking way. Now, what does design thinking do? The design thinking way will never ask you what is the right answer. It will always say, what is the right question? Do you really want to lose weight? Or is it something else that is bothering you? Like in my case, I wanted more energy. It was not about losing weight. And once I get more energy, I will automatically start losing weight. So, what is the right question? The second thing is it does not go by repeatable, proven processes. It goes by intuition. And by intuition, I mean you look at things, you observe things, you experiment certain things and see what's working best for you, and then go ahead with this particular piece. In a traditional thinking process, you're designing for the solution, whereas in design thinking, you are designing with the particular problem. And when you are going ahead with those problems, you are solving that on the go. And this is what we will do in the 21 weeks. We'll tell you how you can do it on the go. This is where you actually build for insight, and you're not just thinking, because you're seeing that change happen. And as soon as you see that change happen, that will motivate you to keep doing this again and again and again and again. And I'll tell you this from my personal experience, because even in physical sessions, after 4 hours or 5 hours, I used to feel really, really tired. But now I am doing 12 hours of virtual sessions almost every single day, and my energy is absolutely the same. It is right now. I have already completed around 7 hours of training in the morning. While I was, because there were some US clients, I was talking to the US clients for the coaching piece, and then I shifted to some resume building, webinars, and all those pieces. It's been 7 hours of training so far, but I'm still sitting here absolutely fresh and fine, and coming and talking to you with as much passion as I have, because I asked myself, what is the right question? What is the intent behind doing this particular piece? This is where I started listening more to myself. What I was saying is, initially, when we talk about weight loss, we keep telling, aisa karo, do this, do that, go here, go there. But in design thinking, we listen more and we go internal and say, is it really this is that we want? What is my inner voice saying? And this is where the transformative coaching technique will help you to ask the right questions, which will get you to the right answers. Here we typically get outside, and I'm going to be introducing you to something called as the unbox philosophy in these 21 weeks. I'm sure you heard about out of the box thinking, but I'm sure you've not heard about the unbox philosophy. The unbox philosophy helps you to start with a clean slate. How is something that you will understand in that 21 weeks course that is there in the description below. Design thinking will take data, it will take events, and it will convert it into stories and experience. So while data and facts say that probably following this diet or this routine will help you to lose 10 kgs or 12 kgs, but what design thinking says is every individual has a unique experience. Every individual has a unique story, and the solutions have to be customized to that story. You cannot have the same solution for everybody. And that is what we will also do in the 21 weeks. When you bring us a problem, we will help you, or rather, I will help you to solve those problems absolutely live in the masterclass. And honestly, it's a wonderful process because I've been implementing this for 10 years, and the kind of passion and love that I have for this methodology just has no boundaries at all. So when you talk about stories, when you talk about experiences, when you talk about emotions, all it talks to you about is feeling. And when it's a feeling, it's more of a collaborative approach rather than a siloed approach. When we collaborate, we move forward. And in the 21 weeks that you enroll for, I will collaborate with you, you will collaborate with me. Bringle will ensure that they give us a platform wherein all of us can collaborate and take this to the next level. And you can see the magic of design thinking happen in 21 days, in 21 weeks. What will happen is in 21 days, you will be able to change habits. And that's also something that we will be telling you. Ansha always speaks about the power of three, and even 2 plus 1 is actually 3, and it's a beautiful number that you can use. In design thinking also, we use the power of 3. How that power of 3 can help you is something that you will again know in the 21 weeks that we do with you. What makes this entire methodology beautiful is when you do all these things, it makes a complete revolutionary change in your life, because it's very, very inspiring. It's very, very visual. It is completely human centered and user centered, and it just helps you to broaden your horizon to an extent that you will be able to find the right path for you in the journey forward. Also, something that I wanted to add in this particular piece is that we will be helping you with something called as live blueprinting. And with the live blueprinting that comes to you, you will get tools, you will get methodologies, you will get frameworks which are globally accepted and customized to the Indian version to help you create your own journey map for 15 years straight. So when you design that map for 15 years, not only will you be looking at that vision, but over a period of 15 years, even if the ambiguous thing keeps going on, your business will sustain, your career journey will sustain, your plans will sustain. All you got to do is a little tweaking, and that doesn't take a lot of effort. So are you excited for this? I am very, 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 very excited for this particular launch. And why we wanted to bring this to you is that there are many webinars which are going around on design thinking. There are many free courses also that are available, and I don't deny that fact that there are free courses available. But trust me, what those free courses will do is they will give you information, which is again data, facts, and a siloed approach, because that is traditional thinking. What we are going to give you is a live experience. Yes, the digital book will also give you an idea on the theory, on some of the tools, on some of the data that can be used. But imagine you are sitting in front of me live. All right. Let's say you want to create a business plan, and I help you to do that right in front of each other in the 1 hour. And forget about that 1 hour. Even after the hour, if you've already subscribed for this, I will help you offline as well. Now, how beautiful can this be? I'm going to be helping you, in and out. As a matter of fact, even the Bringle team is absolutely gung-ho about this particular module, because when we did a live session a couple of weeks back, Ansha also said that this is something which can open the minds of people, and this is how we started thinking of launching this 21-week marathon. Again, why I'm calling this a marathon is with a sprint you will get satisfaction, a little satisfaction. And I've won the sprint. This 100-meter sprint is helping me to do this, do that, and all of that. But this marathon is going to take you to places, because it is a long-term piece. And when I'm talking about long-term piece, all I'm trying to say here is that you will get the experience of your life if you subscribe for this 21-week course. Not only do you get access to global tools, global methodologies, global frameworks, and the customized Indian versions, I will give you 4 design research setups. Those 4 design research setups, you just have to copy and paste, and you will be able to run a design thinking workshop for yourself. You copy, you paste, you will be able to run an entire customer survey or a customer insight interview or an empathy mapping interview or a problem solving interview just there and then. So these ready live setups, you just have to pick it up and paste, and that's the beauty that you get in these 21 weeks. This is a program which is not available at many places, because they will give you the participant handout, they will give you all the tools, they will give you everything, but how do you use them? Where do you use them? What will happen to you if you use them in this particular way? Which tool will give you the best result? What tool will actually help you to get to your vision? What tool will help you to get the right insight? How is it that you can tweak this tool in 5 different ways? How is it that you can have 3 or 5 different dimensions of your entire life and see how your life goes? How is it that these tools can help you to visualize your future? And that is a question that I want to leave you with, to ponder upon. What is it that can help you to move ahead, rather than take you back and saying, all right, I have all the data, I have all the notebooks, I have everything, I'm very happy with what I have. Well, if you're that kind of a person, then I'm very sure you will not get benefited from this methodology. But these 21 weeks is a guarantee from the Bringle team and from my side that this will change your life for good. It has changed many people's lives. My entire business model is based on design thinking. I have been helping and coaching a lot of startups, a lot of SMEs, a lot of corporate organizations, a lot of students. I have been coaching a lot of housewives. I've been coaching a lot of parents. I've been coaching a lot of teachers. I've been doing all this just by using design thinking. And trust me, nobody will tell you all these things, because what will happen is if they tell you everything, why will you go back to them? But in these 21 weeks, I am going to give you everything right on your plate. Because, for me and for Ansha and for the entire Bringle team, the only intention of these 21 weeks is to add value to your life, add positivity in your life, and ensure that you get the best takeaway from this particular course. A minimum of 15 to 20 times return is something that is a minimum that you get. I have seen people, if when they have used these tools very wisely, they have got up to 100, 200,000 times the benefit also. Because what happens with this course is it just makes you to think in a very different dimension. And when you think in a very different dimension, what happens is you end up doing things in the right way. This is where I generally share a story about your worth and your worth in time. How worthy is your time here? A father was on his deathbed, and he gave an antique watch to his son, and he said that this is your grandfather's watch. So why don't you go to the nearest watch store and get me a coat from there? He said, okay, fine, I'll go and get a coat. So he went there, he got a coat and said, Dad, he's going to be paying $250, not more than $250. Okay, so fine. Why don't you go to the town side and check it from there as to what will happen if we are supposed to give this to them. So he goes to the town side. He's sure that he's going to get this 250 rupee thing again. But he goes there and checks, and lo and behold, it is $250 for him there and then as well. So he comes back and he says that this is again $250 that this particular person is saying. So what do we do now? And this is where he says, the father says, why don't you go to the museum and check? And the son says, Father, are you crazy? Why should I go to the museum? The watch stores are not giving me this. So what will a museum give me? And he says, just go there and check once, just for, just consider this my last wish. And, the son goes there and he comes back absolutely flabbergasted. He says, Dad, the museum is saying they are willing to pay me 1 crore for this because they feel this is antique. And the father says, so son, what have you learned here? So the son says, I think that, I am worthy of getting a lot, but probably I am at the wrong place. And when I am at the wrong place, I do not get the worth of, whatever I have invested in, which is the watch purses. I'm like this watch, wherein people don't understand my worth and they're giving me just scrap for my value. What will happen to me is something that nobody's bothering about. But what the museum is doing is it understands my worth, it understands my time's worth, and it understands what I can do in order to get the best out of this entire piece. And I think I'm worthy of a lot more than just going and getting some peanuts for. And this is exactly what I want to tell you and leave you with as a thought. You are like this watch, and we are like the museum who's going to give you your worth whenever you are investing in the Bringle Academy courses that you are going to do, especially design thinking, because we value your time, we value your presence, and we value every moment you spend with us. So I will ensure that I go beyond my realm to actually go ahead and help you to implement this beautiful methodology in your life and bring about a sea of change that I have experienced, that at least 10,000 people have experienced in the last 6 to 7 years, and they are evangelizing this particular piece. And I'm sure this is really, really, really going to help you. So now the choice is absolutely yours. You are the watch. Where do you want to go? Do you want to lie at a watch store wherein they are going to give you peanuts for your worth and your time spent in that particular webinar learning series? Or do you want to come to this 21-week Bringle Academy's course and feel the worth of being in a museum and getting your true value and getting your true worth? With this particular thing, my dear friends, I will, leave you with this thought, because this is a very powerful thought that you need to think of. And investing your time, investing your money is absolutely your choice. But once you invest with us, our responsibility and our moral responsibility is to help you with as much as possible. And when we are going to give in so much, imagine, even if you take 25% of whatever happens in the 21 weeks, your life will change. I guarantee you that your life will change. And if you don't believe me, sign up for this 21-week challenge and you will come to know that, how impactful this course can be in your life. The link for subscribing to this course is in the description box below. And you can always reach out to the Bringle team for any queries, or of course, you can reach out to me for any of the queries on this course, and I will be more than happy to help all of you. You can also post your, comments in the comment section, your questions in the comment section, and I will be able to help you with a lot of information on what you will learn from this particular series, which is the 21-week Design Thinking Challenge series. With that, I'd like to thank all of you who have spent the time of watching us live, or anybody who's watching us in the archived mode. I thank you for investing your time, your precious time in listening to us. And if you believe that we can add value to your life, do subscribe to this course, and let's start your transformation journey right here, right now. With that, my name is Bruhat Butch, and I'm signing off. And in Bringle Academy's words, keep bringling, happy bringling, and stay positive, stay focused, because COVID-19 is going to be going very, very soon. All right, this too shall pass. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the 21-week challenge. Right? Thank you so much. Bye-bye. See you.